Hey guys, Tim Yurko here, on and off the trail. As you guessed from the title, I am obviously at home. Not on the Pinhoti Trail. 3.5 days, and I got off the trail. So I did Flag Mountain at the southern terminus to Porter's Gap, 58.1 miles, roughly, and 3.5 days. From Sunday morning to Wednesday around noon time frame. Uh, Problem I ran into was battery power was one. I found out that the Cheeha Wilderness Association, I guess, they said that the Pinhoti trail markers needed to be taken down. So I did not know that, and I was not sure how I was going to manage my way through there because of lack of research without the Guthooks app. Yeah, there's the paper maps, but also my pedometer on my phone is affected if my phone dies. I did not realize that at Porter's Gap there was recharging. But that battery power set aside, I just set out to hike the trail way too fast. I gave myself 22 days of hiking and 3 days off, and was going to do 17 miles a day. The Monday prior to the 5th of May, don't remember the exact date, I got out of a commercial motor vehicle. And while I did just a tiny bit of hiking, locally, I am unfit. And to just jump out and say I'm going to do 17 miles a day in the mountains is kind of unreal. And I push myself hard like that all the time, and point of me getting out on the Pinhoti Trail is to help me relax and enjoy the things around me and to just slow down a little bit. I didn't allow myself that time. And it first dawned on me when I met Nathan about a mile into the trail. And he asked me, "Did you go to the fire tower at Flag Mountain?" And I said, "No, I didn't, because I started a little bit late Sunday morning, and I wanted to get the miles in." Already, wrong answer. It's about the miles. It's not about the miles. It's about the journey, not the destination. And I just cheated myself on a few good viewpoints that I could have taken the time to do, but I didn't because it was about doing 17 miles a day. I got to the realization close to Porter's Gap that I could very easily just push my hike out, push it out further, drop down to 7 to 10 miles a day with the occasional 15-mile spurt. However, in doing that, I would push my hike out to the 10th of June. And I have a problem with that because already I would be pushing it out. I'd already be missing my wife's birthday, which isn't that big of a deal, but I just like to be there for it. And then second, pushing it out would allow me to finish the hike June 10th, but would only give me 2 weeks to be able to work. And June 27th is my wife's anniversary, and I wanted us to be able to do something nice for our anniversary because past years we haven't done a whole lot of nice things on our anniversaries. We've been sitting around, and part of the reason why I wanted to get out of hauling freight is so that I could get out more. I can enjoy life. And so on the long weeks that my wife has off, which is basically the second week that I get off the road, we would be able to do something and have a good time together and get out of the house. And pushing this hike out past that would not even allow us to do that for our anniversary. And to me, the hike is not more important than spending time with my wife. Now, some people might say, "What do you mean? You're going hiking for 30 days. And you're looking at maybe doing a 6-month hike on the AT. Okay, there are some times that I can still take to myself like that. But when I can, I'd like to spend more time with my wife, especially around some of these holidays. So I decided that I'm not going to be able to be comfortable in my head to push the hike out to June 10th. So with the beating myself up over the power loss and realizing the fact that when I stopped at day 2 at that gas station to eat and relax, I could have charged my power accessories. Never would have had a problem to begin with. I kind of beat myself over that, but it kind of lapsed out because I found out in Porter's Gap I could have resupplied my food, could have charged all my power sources, could have taken a Nero or a 0 day. At that point, it would have been a 0 day. But I could have done all of that there. The problem still was pushing it out to June 10th and in my head, ruining mine and my wife's anniversary. And I just didn't feel good doing that to me. You know, my wife says it's not really that big of a deal because we tend to just sit around no matter what we do, but I want to change that. And that's what this is all about, is this hiking and this changing to doing drive away is about changing my life and being able to enjoy life more. And not just me personally, but with my wife. So I did not want to make that leap and just push it out that way. That being said, I will be back out there end of July, early August, and I am going to take my time to smell the roses. And 7 to 10 miles a day with the occasional 15-mile, spurt. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take more time, a lot more time to the side, and I'm going to do the hike for the hike, not for the walk. I'm going to learn to enjoy life more, which is why I'm out there to begin with. So for all you guys, I know I've had some posts on Facebook. I've seen all the comments. I've read them all. Devin, I especially loved your comment, man. That took me back there to the 9th grade. Yeah, it made me laugh when I saw it. But I've seen all of your comments. I appreciate the push, the effort, the feedback you guys are giving to help me along the way. And I feel no shame in my game at all for getting off the trail when I did, because I think I made the best decision possible. Because, again, I was beating myself up mentally about having to push it out so far and just planning so much so fast. As an inexperienced hiker, you just don't plan 17 miles a day, and apparently the first time I tried that, I did not learn that lesson. And now I'm learning that lesson. Fortunately, it's 300 miles of wasted fuel and an extra hotel trip that I should not have had to pay to do this hike, but if I only realized to what I said before. So, Nathan, with the POC, the Pinhoti Outdoor Center, man, I really appreciated that water. I know all the hikers that go out there from Bulls Gap to Jaglama Lake, they appreciate that water, that 14 miles. If you had to carry even more water from that previous fuel point, that would have been like 18 miles with no water the way it was out there when I was just there. Man, that is really appreciated. For all you other guys out there, thank you for following me. Thank you for my support. To my family that is following me on my GPS tracker, this video is for you guys also to let you know that I'm not just in town, but I am done hiking until end of July, early August, and then I will be back out there on the trail where I can have more time to take my time and enjoy things more and get a lot more video, a lot more views out there for everybody else to enjoy. So until then, I appreciate you guys following me. Appreciate you guys' comments, your motivation. I love it all. And I cannot wait to get back out there to bring the outside world indoors to you guys. Until then, you guys have a good day. And I thank you again.